Hey guys, so in the midst of everything going on in the world, I felt like it was my duty, as it has been for many other people, to sort of come online and talk about it. I think that there's a lot of fear and there's a lot of terror going on in the world right now, and it's important to have the right information, but it's also important that the world get on a similar vibration when it comes to the COVID-19 pandemic and hold a certain sort of hope to continue through this, because if we don't, then that's when we're going to start seeing people getting excessively violent in grocery stores, and I don't even want to think or talk about the things that could happen out there in the world, because we're all quarantined and scared. So yeah, this is my current take on the matter. So there are a few things in this world that are certain. Right now, we've had a lot of certainty taken from us, because not only is tomorrow not necessarily guaranteed, but more than anything, everything is uncertain. We're now in a place of uncertainty. We don't know what tomorrow looks like. We don't know what 1 month from now looks like. But one thing that I do know is that we are all over the place. We are all over the map in how we're feeling and how we think we should feel about this. And what I want to say more than anything is that the world needs to come together on a collective vibration to feel hope and faith that we will get through this. We all need to be vibrating on the frequency that coming out of quarantine, coming out of this virus and this pandemic, looks more like a better world, a more connected world, a more positive world, and a more peaceful world. If we are all vibrating on this frequency, then just due to the law of physics, there's no other choice than for that to be the truth. If we're vibrating on the frequency of fear and discomfort and uncertainty, and even violence and fight or flight, then that's the world that we're going to emerge into, if we get to emerge into a world at all. We are moving into a new cycle. Clearly, we've been kind of leading up to this new cycle for a long time. Many of us did not know that it would have to do with a pandemic starting in the beginning of it, and also a complete financial crisis and a recession. But the old ways have been dying for a while, and now the world has isolated itself, or the people of the world have isolated themselves to prepare for the next phase of humanity. And in this isolation, it's important to be doing self-work and self-development and personal development to emerge from this crisis being the very best versions of ourselves, because then the world gets to be the very best version of the world. And I think that it might just be the only way that we can survive. And the good thing about that is that it's a really positive way of surviving. No doubt there's fear, no doubt there's uncertainty, and it's scary. But beyond the fear, we as a collective need to get on the same vibrational frequency, believing truly on our deepest level that this will be over soon, and that we all get to reemerge together as the best versions of ourselves, and the whole collective healing. This is super, super important. And I want this message to be spread, that if we're all thinking this way, if we're all meditating or praying or whatever it is that you do to get into your best mindset, if we're all doing that, then we get to come out of this together. And unfortunately, not everyone is coming with us. We've already lost a handful of lives, which is a lot. And I don't know what to say about that, because that's devastating. All I can do is hold the space for what's to come and hold the space for positivity, because more than anything, we need that right now. More than anything, as we're seeing people connecting online and being there for each other and supporting each other, that needs to translate into the real world. No going to grocery stores and pushing people and yelling at people, because they took the last this, that, or the other. No more hoarding things. There is enough for everyone. You know, when you hoard things and you have fear that there's not enough, that's what becomes your reality in this life. However, there is always enough, and if we always believe that there is more than enough for all of us, then we all get to live abundantly and prosperously. Now, COVID-19 seems to be quite the manifestation from the collective itself. We have made so many movies about quarantines and zombies and apocalypse and the purge and so many conspiracies around what's to come. We believed in it, that it could happen one day. And the problem with that is that the more we believed in it, the more it became a reality. And now here we are quarantined in our own homes so that we don't go out and contract a virus. That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. But it is a manifestation of the collective because we watched the movies, we brought it into our consciousness, and then we created it. Our brains are really fucking fascinating. We create whatever reality that we choose. We get to write stories and tell our brain this is the story, and then that becomes our reality. That's just psychology 101. But so we all wrote the reality that this might happen, and so it happened. But now I'm asking you to write the reality of something different, to write the reality of emerging into a better world, to write the reality of, I don't want to say utopia because that's controversial, but you know, I want us to write the story of the best version of the planet and the best version of ourselves. I want us to write the reality where we're all kind and giving and helping each other and supporting each other, and we've got each other's backs. No more separation. We've manifested that reality long enough, and now here we are quarantined in our own homes, unsure of what tomorrow looks like. So now it's time to rewrite. Now it's time for a new story. Take care of yourselves. I'm gonna drop some prayer, meditation type videos of me just reading some of the journal entries that I've been, writing as manifestations for the world. And I hope that, you listen to them and close your eyes when you do and breathe them in and feel them as reality, because this is what it's time for. The shift is happening, and I really hope that we all get to go together. Stay safe and stay healthy, you guys. I love you.